Bert Camford there on the music, and this is going to be a little different today. We're going to have a chit-chat with the staff, and as a matter of fact, I have a member of the staff right here, the station manager, Gerry Clifford, and he and myself are going to be putting together, taking a look at the members of our staff and finding out what their names are and where they're from, and a little bit of information on each one. And this is a Boxing Day, of course, and I imagine we all had enough turkey yesterday.
I was going to say, for the benefit of Neil Brown, who's directing our show today, that we're trying to figure out ways of naming the show today, and we might say this show is a bit of a turkey, or that we'd be winging it, or a few other things. But Neil Brown hates my puns, so we won't do any more of those. But
or leftovers.
Leftovers, right? Okay, for sure. Gang of leftovers waiting just off camera to join us, as a matter of fact. But I thought, if you don't mind, Greg, before we get into that, I think that, you know, folks have been watching you since the beginning of October, and have sort of seen you in action, but really don't know all that much about you, and thought we'd take just a quick second to turn the tables on Greg Miller for a few minutes and do a quick interview with you, and find out that where you're from and a bit of your background. Where's home for you? You've never been asked questions before.
Home. Let me think now.
Oh, dear.
Well, originally Oakville, and then I moved to beautiful Colborne, Ontario, and Lake Ontario, and lived there the rest of my life, and now that was 20-some-odd years, and then I moved up to the Pembroke area, where I'm right now. Good. Talking with you. And, and there's a lot of things that went on in between that I won't get into. You were telling me about a trip to California this morning, as a matter of fact, but we won't get into that because you don't want to talk about that, I'm sure. Oh, I've been around a little bit. Good. Traveled a little bit over the years. Met a lot of people, but. Good. And you were in radio before, coming to join us on TV. For 3 years. Right. As a jock. Yeah, as a jock. Right. Played the records and did my spiels on the radio, and enjoyed it very much. How's the contrast between TV and radio? What are the adjustments you have to make, other than the obvious one of being on camera, and you can't scratch and cough and things when you which you could normally do in radio, because it's easier. Or touch your nose or anything else, right? It's about twice the effort and twice what goes on, right? Really, as compared to radio. Radio is an immediate contact. That's why I like this show, because it's live. Right. And the immediate contact, the reaction right away from it. Right. That's the parallel I would put between TV and radio. Must be then a joy for you then to do shows like your phone show that you do. Oh, it's great. You know, because then you get that immediate reaction too, and of course your feedback through letters are sort of a secondary, but a reaction to it rather than tape a show and get it all formatted and laid out. If some little thing happens, well, it happens, and you build around it and make fun of it, you know. That's probably going to be the joy about the show, too, isn't it? The fact that we really don't know what's going to happen in the next 27 minutes. There are a lot of people gathered in our studio that you're going to be calling in, and we're going to be meeting the CHRO staff that we all met in our Christmas, New Year's greeting with the Raycon of Singers. But now we'll be able to put some names and faces and voices and what they do to it, right? Right. Okay. And we're going to start calling on those folks after you watch this. Right. We got a couple of cuties with us now from the staff. You. From the staff is Lois Bohart and Mary Lynn Bentz. I hope I pronounced both those right. And if you saw our station promo, or as a matter of fact it's still on, you saw some faces, and we're going to put the names with some of those faces that were on that right now. Right. And I'm just thinking, as I'm sitting here on the set right now, I sort of feel like Gene Rayburn with this incredible microphone here. This was our Christmas present from Santa Claus, a whole bunch of new telescoping microphones, and ladies, you actually get to break them in today. This is Lois is really pleased to be here. Lois Bohart is our graphic artist, and this is really uncomfortable. I don't know how Gene Rayburn manages with this thing. This is an incredibly big mic. Lois is, I guess you're from Eganville, is to locate you. And this is your first TV job, and what'd you do before? I went to Algonquin College for 2 years, took a commercial art course, and before that, I came out of high school and went to Algonquin, and I worked for a year, and then I got this job. Great. How do you like it? Good. Really good. You really, I suppose, for people just breaking into the TV business, they don't really know exactly what to find. These are intimidating mics, aren't they? Eh? Really, but. Did you really envision what the job would be like before actually getting involved in it? And would you do it again? Well, yeah, I probably would. Right. Yeah, there's a few things that I wasn't too clear on, but things have worked out really well. If you were to describe in, 25 easy words or less, what is a graphic artist? Oh,
Well, a graphic artist basically does all the artwork for the station, including work for commercials, promotion, studio,
Right.
news, and, anything like that.
Great. Good. Okay. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, great.
Good. You were talking about having an old-fashioned Christmas at your house.
That's right. We went sleigh riding and things like that, so it's really great.
Good.
Family.
Okay, good. I'll pass the microphone over to Mary Lynn. Well, how would you like to hold it? Not only can you be a graphic artist, you can be a microphone holder.
Okay.
And Greg, you want to talk to Mary Lynn?
Okay, Mary Lynn, how did you get...
Whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe a bit closer than that.
Okay.
Okay? Or I can snuggle up closer, too. This is really nice.
Why did you get in this crazy business?
She's asking herself that right now.
Gee, it's just like most other jobs, you just sort of land into it.
So, where do you call your roots originally?
Originally Manitoba, but not for very long. I moved around quite a bit when I was younger.
So, how long have you been in the valley? And whereabouts do you live in the valley?
I live in Deep River now for close to 2 years now.
Maybe we could tell the folks what your job here at the station, a little taste of it, is about.
Well, I started off in reception work, actually, with the phones, and now I'm in continuity.
Sorry, Mary.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Yeah, continuity.
For the folks with color TV, you won't be able to collect on the red tones on the face, but they're there, really.
Natural color.
Right.
Continuity, maybe
Continuity, doing copywriting, and it's quite new to me.
for the commercials and
Commercials,
things like
writing
that.
them, and yeah.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
You want to
It's
stay
quite
here?
different. Quite different.
Other than being on microphone, you'd really like to stay there.
Yes.
Right, for sure. Okay.
Okay, we got to meet some other folks as well, too. And we're going to be calling on Mark Ling
Thanks
next, if
very
he's
much.
here. Is Mark Ling here?
No.
He isn't. He must be busy. He's our engineer. We'll try to get him before the show's over. Okay, we'll move along here to...
Is Mark coming? Is he
is
on
Mark
his way?
coming?
Coming through the door? Okay. How about, would you
Prancing
girls like to
through
play a
the
little bit of musical
snow.
chairs here, and we'll set, if you want to
An
just
old Chevy.
walk off, and we'll.
And I
Meet
hear
some more
Mark
people.
coming down right now, and
That's right.
he's coming into the set,
There he
walking
is.
and using his legs and coming in. He's just about to sit down now, and he's sitting down, and here he is.
Do you feel like you're doing play-by-play hockey or something here? Good. Mark Ling, one of our station engineers. Mark, we'd like to talk to you about these microphones. They're intimidating things. How do you feel to be on this side of the mic?
It's no better than the other side. At least I don't have to fix it this way.
That's true, for sure. Mark, I guess your home is Pembroke.
Yeah, right. I was originally from Pembroke.
And you made the sojourn to Ottawa and have returned to Pembroke.
Yeah, I was at CHRO for a year and then I returned back.
Good. Well, we're delighted you're here, doing a super job. Is Christmas a big deal at your house?
Oh, it's quite a big business. We usually have all our relatives night in for supper on Christmas Day and that, so we keep busy over the holidays.
Right. Yeah. Is turkey the standard at the
Oh,
Lone
every
household,
Christmas,
too?
yeah.
Yeah. Right. For sure. So that really helps a lot too. And I guess at New Year's, do you get into some more?
No, New
celebrating
Year's
and-
is pretty quiet. Usually you're recovering from Christmas, so we don't go too far into New Year's.
Yeah, for sure. What when we talk about a station engineer, obviously we're fairly familiar with what that is, and at all hours of the day or night, because we're on so much of the day or night, we're after yourself and Dawn to be doing something and so forth, as well as your regular chores. But the folks at home might be curious to know just what a day in the life of Mark Ling would be like. But you
Pretty
can talk
hectic
about,
usually.
Right.
As you know, we're on call all the time at night, and if something breaks or anything, well, then we're called in to do it. And,
including lights that change and so forth. Thank you very much.
But I think that
I think
Neil
that was
had a
a
hand in
hint,
that.
eh? Yes, right.
Neil had a hand in that one.
Yeah.
So more or less just repair work and installation of equipment and make sure everything is running right. And if it doesn't, then somebody lets us know about it pretty quick.
There's a lot of the equipment, because there's so much involved in doing just this show alone. The cameras and all of the videotape machines and the control boards. A lot of variables that can just go like that, right?
Yeah, so there's a number of things. It can be such a minor thing or it can be something really big. Fortunately, we haven't had any major catastrophes yet.
Right. Well, we'll touch wood.
Touch wood.
Yeah, wish for the best in all of our new year as well. Do you have any special New Year's resolutions that you've got going? I think you've got a fairly big year ahead of you, if I'm not mistaken. Eh?
I got quite a big year, so I'm not making any resolutions yet. I don't know what's going to happen yet.
Okay, you've got a special date planned, do you know?
Oh, yes, the wedding in the summer, getting married in June, so that'll keep me pretty hectic between now and then. So
okay. We could have Mark back for a post-wedding discussion here.
I don't really think so.
Okay, Mark, thank you.
Okay,
That's super. Great.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mark. That's Mark Ling, one of our engineers here at the station. And the other fellow is Don Elvidge, and he's hard at work right now.
Right, probably adjusting the lights and things on his set, right?
Right. Okay, now who are we going to call in next year? I'm just going to pick a rabbit out of the hat here, and Pat Lafernier. We'll bring her to come on.
That's true, eh? Yeah.
And
with the show being followed by The Price is Right, you're just practicing to take over Johnny Olson's job,
Right.
I suppose.
So, we'll find out a little bit about Pat Lafernier.
Okay.
Hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah. Well, there's two pronunciations, right? You've got the anglicized version and the francophone version. And what do you go by at your house?
Lafernier.
Lafernier.
Yeah, some people want to be fancy. They say Lafernier, and then I kind of look twice. Who are they talking to?
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from the east, but
That would
I'm
be.
from the east.
Let me see. That could be Chapeau.
Yeah, East Pembroke. No, I'm from Nova Scotia, but most of my life I lived in Toronto. Big city.
What brought you to this area?
Well, I like big cities. I came to Pembroke. I know.
Right.
No, I came here. I got married here, and here I am. Hollywood.
And we're glad she is. Right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, everybody's got the giggles. It's a good day
I
today.
feel like if I move forward, I'll get that.
Well, actually, what I'd like to be after I finish the job I'm doing here is to be a dentist, and this could be one of the probes, just checking out your teeth and all your fillings and things. Anyway,
So do you like working for CHRO?
Yeah. Pat's day-to-day job keeps her busy with a lot of things, among others answering the phone, and the voice that's been wishing people Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year is, of course, yourself.
Right.
And among other things, one of the active members of our staff association here, and one of the people that greets us with a superb smile first thing in the morning. You're just a delight. You walk in the door, and there's Pat sitting at the reception desk, and it's just super.
I keep thinking the first wrinkles I'll get will be right here.
Good. How's Christmas at your house? Is it a big deal?
Big deal.
A big deal, big turkey. And
Big deal.
how about New Year's? Do you traditionally celebrate it?
I'm resting up for that.
Yeah? Okay.
It's pretty
Super.
good.
Great.
Okay, that's very good. Pat Lafernier, our receptionist, and a pretty lady.
Thank you very much.
Who are we going to call
Happy
on
New Year,
next
Pat.
now?
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Good.
Let's keep it in the French family. Let's call on Jean Doucette. Jean Doucette, and she'll be coming down right now. We'll find out where she's from and a little bit about herself and what she did over the holidays.
Yeah, I think while we're waiting for Jean to arrive, we should probably take this opportunity just to thank all our viewers for watching us over the Christmas period, because there have been so many Christmas shows, and I know I've been glued to my set, obviously not just with our channel. There have been a lot of really super shows on the air for Christmas and as we head into New Year's as well, and we're really appreciative of all the kind comments that we received from all our viewers on the shows, and of course being sort of the new boys in town too as far as TV goes. We're pleased to have been accepted to the point we have been with as far as ratings go and program suggestions and things, and hopeful to be able to improve and get better in 1978 as well. Good.
Can we get a shot of Jean's shoes?
No.
Okay, that's
You and Jean work closely together in some of the
Yes,
jobs that you do in the promotion line and so forth. So maybe you want to.
How close?
Side by side.
Okay.
Just like the song. Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Timmins. Yeah, I was born and raised in Timmins. Lived there for 22 years, and I moved to Pembroke this August.
What brought you down around this area?
The TV station.
What'd you
Yes,
do
I was transferred here from the station in Timmins.
Well, you're with our parent station in
Yes.
Timmins, CFCL TV.
Right. Yeah, I've been, I started working there in March 74, so it'll be 4 years next March with the company.
Maybe if you could tell the viewers what your job is a little bit about, and pretend I'm a simpleton. Not the viewers are, but
Pretend, folks.
Believe. Okay, my job is traffic, and what I do is I take care of the station logs, make sure all the commercials are booked right, that two advertisers aren't back-to-back like two car dealers, so on and so forth. Make sure all the time's accounted for, things like that. promotion, a bit of promotion there with Greg.
Yeah. You're also real, I don't know what the giggles are all about.
I don't know why they're laughing.
Jean is also,
don't
you're a real numbers person, basically, because you're involved, because all of our commercials and items are actually done by a computer, basically.
Yes.
A lot of the programming is done by computer. The logs come out by computer, and it's your job to feed it correctly and to make sure it's doing its job once it comes back.
Make sure all the correct numbers are on the log. I also work with the national commercials.
Right. So it's a big job, and it's
Yes, it's a big responsibility because I'm interrelated with all the departments, so
Right.
it's kind of hard.
good. You're,
I don't know what they're laughing about. Must be my hair.
well, Jean has been so busy with all of the, this is probably the busiest time of the year, the Christmas, New Year's rush, of course.
Working ahead.
And Timmins, of course, being your home, you had an opportunity to spend Christmas with your family in Timmins, and everything. So that's really great.
Yeah, it was a quick trip.
Right.
Very
Anything
fast.
special planned for New Year's, or you?
I think I'll maybe head down again.
Yeah.
Or I should say up north.
Yeah,
yes,
that'd
I'm
be north by
confused.
north up, I guess.
Yeah.
Really, which is
Far
how you
north.
talk with a lift. Yes.
In the bush.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. And do you think you'll stay with us, or you think you'll move on, or what?
Is that her choice or ours? I don't know.
Oh, I think I'll be with the company for a long time.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
It'll be 4 years in March, so I'm sure after 4 years I'll make it 8, 12.
Is that a hint for an anniversary party or something like that?
Could be,
Okay,
yeah.
super.
Okay, let me see now.
Jean,
Who else
happy
have we
New Year.
got? How about Merv? And that's not Merv Griffin, that's Merv. How do you pronounce her last name?
Merv Govro is probably up in the control room running audio right now.
Merv
but
Govro, she can't
Can
make
she join
it?
us here? No, she's too
Can't
busy
make
with
it.
the program.
She's busy?
Yeah.
Could you come later in the show?
Okay, well, hopefully so. I see one of our master control operators is sitting over there right now.
Okay,
Do you want to get him on? Greg Tierney, do you want to join us here on set for a while? This fellow, ladies and gentlemen, before he joined our company in midsummer, we came on full staff, I guess, about August the 15th, going on the year on October the 1st. Greg Tierney, when he first came to work for us, had short hair, wore an Ivy League button-down collar on his shirt, and very thin ties and the whole thing. But since he went to work in our master control area, has developed the coiffure that he has at the moment, and is the laid-back gentleman that we see sitting on the set right now. Maybe I could just, I'm just putting you on, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right. Greg, as I mentioned, is in our master control area and is involved for a number of hours a day in getting the programming and commercials on the air and so forth. And this is your first TV job, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
How do you like it?
It's hectic. It's pretty good.
Right. You come from a TV background, of course, too. Your dad was in the business for a while. And,
Right, yeah.
Does that help a bit when, when you were exposed to it as a young fellow, too, I suppose?
Yeah, it shows you how many hours you can put into it, by...
Right. Are you getting satisfaction from, because everything that everybody else does finally comes on the air by a master control operator. So do you get satisfaction from that?
Yeah, for sure. It's when you do something well, you really feel good, and when you do something wrong, you really feel terrible. As our announcer, Greg Miller, can tell.
Right, okay. Are you having a good show, Greg?
Yeah, I'm watching things going on here. I can't resist chuckling.
Okay, for sure. What are your eventual plans in the business?
I'd like to get into some announcing. I'd like to get into some announcing in the future. Maybe
As I
have my
hear
own
almost every-
noon-hour show.
Right, okay. It could be any minute now, right? Yes.
Other than that, that's about it, I think.
Great. And where's home for you originally?
Originally in Barrie, but the last 2 years prior to August, I spent in Ottawa.
Right. Your mom and dad watching today, do you think?
I doubt it.
Okay, good. You have how many people in your family? Last count.
6, I think. 6, yeah,
Yeah.
6.
Including yourself?
That's right.
Are you the youngest, or?
No, I'm right in the middle. I have an older brother and an older sister and a younger brother.
I think one of the advantages of being an only child like I am is that when people ask, it doesn't take me half as long to remember anything
Right,
as it
yeah.
does for...
No, it's just people are getting married and, having kids, so...
Right.
But I don't include them.
Okay. Christmas a big deal at your house?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm. And New Year's?
New Year's, I'm working.
Are you really?
Yeah, at the station. So.
Well, we'll all drop by after the New Year's Eve party and wish you well in 1978.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Great.
Okay, our thanks to Greg Tierney, and we're going to call on the Coop now, as he's commonly known.
Hey, my goodness.
James Cooper. I don't know his middle initial. It's probably Ezekiel or something close to that.
Yeah, no. Is it not James Fenimore Cooper?
Yeah. Pathfinder, Deer Slayer.
Is it really? Yes, right. End her up in ditches.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have to work here. I make on royalties, so it's just a part-time job.
Nice. Yes. Well, obviously so.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of people recognize your face, of course, from seeing you on the
I hope not too many.
on the street and around town, and you've lived in this area for a long time.
Yeah, I've been
Have you been
around
here
for-
ever since?
Yeah, ex-Montreal Alouette fan, and here we are in the Ottawa Valley since about '61. And I worked at CHRO television for 4 years, had my own business, and here we are. We're the guys that are responsible for interrupting all the good movies with the commercials. And, we've got a very young, aggressive sales staff, and really enjoying being at CHRO. Just a great place to work.
We have to stop here for just a second, and we're going to continue with the Coop, or Jim Cooper, after this. We got a bunch more people to talk to in a little bit, and we'll just sum things up here with Jim Cooper right now. And go ahead, Gerry.
I guess you have some thoughts as we are just approaching the doorstep of 1978 and
I do,
the new
Gerry.
endeavor, and you're sort of a resident person with the station, having been here for quite a while.
I think everyone here at CHRO has to be very proud of the job that they've done. A group of individuals put together back in August, nothing. And in particular, to thank all of our sponsors and clients who have shown their trust in us. And even though, like I said earlier, we're the ones that interrupt the shows, without those commercials and their trust in us, we couldn't put it together.
For sure, and just as an example, tonight at 6 we have the world television premiere of a movie, which is a nifty thing, but those things are very, very expensive. So that the fact is that the fine client support that we're getting really enables us to present the quality of show that we're doing.
That's
so far.
right, and we look to 1978 as being a real banner year for CHRO. Did Mary Lynn mention anything about her premier television commercial rating? As many people don't realize, even the commercial writers get their own world premieres, and Kathy Little's assembled a fine staff and continuity, and we're proud of them too.
For sure. One other question. I know that you're also a broomball whiz.
Did you have
Along with
to?
Greg here and a few others.
You got the legs to prove it.
As the year goes by, we're looking to put together a team that we can play broomball in the winter and softball, and as the viewers are so inclined in groups and organizations, I'm sure by getting in touch with Greg or yourself or me, we'd be very happy to play them in the upcoming year.
Definitely. Good.
Okay, we'll take on all oncomers, and lumberjacks, and construction men, and who knows?
Great.
A fleet of cars or something, too.
He's getting silly. What did you get for Christmas anyway? I hate to ask.
Oh, I forget. I ate so much yesterday, my mind is blocked out completely.
Right.
Okay, we're going to, thanks to Jim Cooper for coming on and having a talk with us, and we're going to bring down, let's see now.
I think Merva's sitting over there, has left the audio board. And
Okay, we're going to bring Merva down. Merva. And,
come on down.
And how do you pronounce her last name?
Merva Govro.
Govro.
Yes.
Find out what she's all about.
Merva's one of my, hi there, how are you?
Okay, how are you
Merva's
doing?
one of my buddies here. Merva and I work together at our Sudbury station, along with Neil Brown.
Caesar.
Is it?
Okay.
Are you intimidated by this too? Like it's really
I
a
know.
big mic, eh?
Yeah, it's long. Like when you look at it, you go
Yeah.
cross-eyed.
One of our. That's right, you do.
Yeah.
One of our camera guys, Randy, I think was saying it looked like something like a War of the Worlds or Starlast or something. But
I know that if you don't talk close to it, they can't get it through.
who did you leave on the audio board up there that just?
Neil.
Neil. Hello, Neil. How you doing?
It's hard. It's hard being on camera than from being back
So
there.
the other side.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's not so easy.
Merva's our head of our master control department. The people, as you met Greg Tierney a short time ago, Merva's in charge of the department, training our new staff members, making sure the quality is there, and actually doing some active switching, some film editing, and quite a variety of things. Eh?
Yep.
How do you like it?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a super job.
Thanks.
Just excellent. And the transition from Sudbury to the Ottawa Valley is how are you making out there?
I really like the country. I really like the country in Pembroke.
Kind of nice after living in sort of a quasi-concrete jungle. I'm finding that out too.
Yeah.
To actually move into a house and have grass and all. You know, it's really a nice
Dogs
feeling.
and cats
yeah.
and ducks. And
Right. Excellent. What are your plans? For any special resolutions for 1978? Any big plans or anything? How you doing there? You talk so well on the intercom.
I know.
Anything at all?
No, quit smoking. That's about it.
Okay.
You'd smoke a lot back there.
Well,
too much.
Yeah, that's probably got to be a big task too, to do that alone.
It's hard to do.
Right. You have anything you want to talk to me about, or are you just going to?
No, I'm
just admire just pretty and everything.
It's never get warm under here.
Oh yeah.
It gives you a tan though.
Does it?
Yeah. Right.
I thought maybe I could go back to the control room and take over for Neil, so then Neil could come out.
Definitely.
Does he want to come out? Will he come out?
Okay. Neil is saying yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, thank you, River, very much. Greg?
Okay, let's bring on a couple of girls now.
I have such a nice job here because I get to sit in the couch and I can snuggle up with these ladies.
Sitting over here by myself in the chair, maybe they'll sit on my lap or something. Val and Karen, we'll invite them in now. And that's Karen Spencer and Val...
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Pilgrim's Progress is making
slowly
progress
but
across here.
Surely they're coming in now.
Okay. Hi. I'll take one, you take the other. How's that? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, which one would you like?
All right, I'll start off with Val.
Okay. Well, Val.
Hi.
Greg Miller, Valerie Potter.
Hello, Greg.
Hi, how are you?
That's
2
the time
minutes?
left? No kidding.
Really? Okay, quickly, where are you from, Val? What do you do at the station?
Beachburg, and work in the sales department at the station here.
Okay.
And originally you're from the area as well?
No, we come out from Vancouver originally.
Really?
Yeah.
Think you're going to stay here?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, we'll have to...
Good. Karen, you're from originally?
Ottawa.
Ottawa originally?
Yeah.
And then you went to Round Lake for Christmas?
Yeah. For a couple of years, and then Ottawa, and then back to Pembroke.
Fantastic. And
so the Ottawa Valley, you know.
Right. Karen is our resident secretary, personnel person, and all-around super person.